The Lighthouse Keeper's Secret. On a rugged coastline where the waves crashed violently against jagged rocks, there stood an old lighthouse. Its white stone tower had weathered countless storms, standing as a guardian over the treacherous waters below. The lighthouse had been there for as long as anyone in the nearby village could remember, and so had its keeper, an elderly man named Tobias. Tobias was a solitary figure, rarely seen in the village except when he needed supplies. Rumors swirled about him. Some said he was a former sailor who had lost his crew at sea. Others whispered that he was protecting a hidden treasure. But no one really knew the truth, for Tobias kept to himself, his only companion being the lighthouse. Every night, as the darkness fell, Tobias would climb the spiral staircase to the top of the tower and light the beacon. The golden light would cut through the fog, guiding ships safely to shore. The villagers took comfort in that light, trusting it as they had for generations. But what they didn't know was that the light served another purpose. One stormy night, a young fisherman named Jonah found himself caught in a fierce gale. His small boat was tossed about like a toy, and the shoreline became impossible to see through the sheets of rain and towering waves. Just as he thought all was lost, he saw the lighthouse's beam piercing through the darkness, a beacon of hope. He steered toward it with all his might, praying to make it to shore. As Jonah approached the lighthouse, he noticed something strange. The light seemed to shift, almost as if it were leading him in a specific direction. Trusting his instincts, Jonah followed the light's guidance, steering his boat away from the rocks and into a hidden cove he had never seen before. The water here was calm, protected by high cliffs, and Jonah was able to safely anchor his boat. Exhausted but grateful, Jonah made his way to the lighthouse to thank Tobias. He found the old man at the base of his tower, his face etched with lines of worry and relief. "You saved me," Jonah said, breathless. "Thank you." Tobias nodded slowly, but his eyes held a sadness that Jonah didn't understand.
"The light guides those who need it most,"
Tobias said.
"But it also guards a secret."
Curious, Jonah asked, "What secret?" Tobias hesitated, then sighed.
"The light does more than just guide ships.
It holds back something
Ancient and powerful, something that lives deep beneath the waves. Long ago, a pact was made. As long as the light shines, the creature will remain dormant. But should the light ever go out..."
Tobias trailed off, his meaning clear. Jonah felt a chill run down his spine. The lighthouse wasn't just a beacon. It was a barrier, keeping an ancient terror at bay. "Why tell me this?" Jonah asked. Tobias looked at him with weary eyes.
"Because I'm old, and my time is nearly up. Someone must know the truth. Someone who can take my place when I'm gone."
Jonah understood the gravity of what Tobias was asking. It wasn't just about keeping the light burning. It was about protecting the world from a danger that most would never know exist. From that night on, Jonah became the lighthouse's apprentice. He learned the rituals, the stories, and the responsibilities that came with being its keeper. And when Tobias passed away, Jonah took his place, lighting the beacon every night, knowing that the light was more than just a guide. It was a guardian, and he was now its keeper.